R. Sucharita, Government Degree College, Khairatabad, Hyderabad, Department of English. So, a warm welcome to the students of BA, BSc, and BCom first year. If you have your textbooks with you, you can turn to page number 55 in your textbook. We'll do the reading passage. Bathukamma, a vibrant Telangana festival. So, Bathukamma is a floral festival celebrated in Telangana. It lasts for 9 days during the second half of the monsoon season, with the festival's grand finale, Saddula Bathukamma, taking place just 2 days before Dasara, both a celebration of nature and a symbol of Telangana's cultural identity. The festival involves women arranging brightly colored flowers into floral arrangements that are immersed. The festival begins with married women visiting the home of their parents. There they clean the courtyard and make preparations while the men go out into the fields and gather flowers. Before winter, the monsoon rains replenish fresh water ponds while nurturing wildflowers of varying colors that bloom across the uncultivated plains of the Telangana region. The most abundant of these wildflowers include Gunukapulu, celosia, Tangedu Pulu, Tanir's cassia, Banti, marigold, Chemanti, chrysanthemum, and Nandivardhanam jasmine. The men bring home bags filled with such flowers, and then the entire household sits down to make a Bathukamma with a conical arrangement where flowers of alternating colors are carefully arranged in a row after circular row on a tambalam or brass plate. By Saddula Bathukamma, the floral arrangements are ready as evening approaches. Women dress just as colorfully as the flowers and place their Bathukamalu in their courtyards. Celebrations involve forming a circle and singing and dancing around the Bathukamalu. This human circle is meant to represent unity, love, and sisterhood before sunset. The women carry the Bathukamalu on their heads as they walk in a procession towards the nearest and largest water body. When they reach the water body, they immerse the floral arrangements. Following the immersion, the women share malida, a sweet dish made from sugar and cornbread, with their family and members of the neighborhood. So, Bathukamma is a floral arrangement. It is a festival, and it is a beautiful festival which is celebrated in Telangana. And the duration of this festival is it lasts for 9 days during the period of the second half of the monsoon season, with the festival's grand finale, that is Saddula Bathukamma. So this Saddula Bathukamma, it will be taking just 2 days before Dasara. So Dasara is the biggest festival in our Telangana state. So both a celebration of nature. So this celebration is linked with nature. We'll see how it is linked with nature in the next paragraph. And a symbol of Telangana's uh, identity, cultural identity. The culture identity of Telangana is this is Bathukamma. So during Bathukamma festival also, we have seen KCR, he has placed so many very big Bathukammas in the Telangana state. So this is the cultural identity and it is the symbol of the state. And this festival, it involves women. And these women, they will be arranging these brightly colored flowers into floral arrangements that are immersed. So they will be bringing all the wildflowers of beautiful colors, very bright colored flowers, they bring, and they on a brass plate like tambalam, they will be arranging all these flowers, that is conically they will be arranging, and all these arrangements after they play they will be immersing in a nearby stream or a lake. So the festival begins with married women visiting the home of their parents. So who play this Bathukamma? They are especially the newly married women. Okay, not only newly married women, but the all the women who are married, they will be participating in this playing of Bathukamma. So these married women, the newly married women, they will be visiting the home of their parents, and after coming to their home, what do? They will be cleaning the back courtyard, and they make it very neat, all the arrangements, and then they start the preparations. And how do the men involve in this Bathukamma festival is, the men, they will be going into the fields. They go into the fields and they will be gathering flowers, all the flowers they will be plucking from the trees, the wildflowers. All this happens before winter, when the monsoon rains. With the monsoon rains, the fresh water ponds, they are replenished with the fresh water ponds, while nurturing wildflowers of varying colors. So you will be finding very what to say, variety of flowers. Yeah, you will be finding all, especially the flowers, the wild flowers which are present in the forest nearby. So of different colors they will be bringing, that bloom across the uncultivated plains of the Telangana region. So in the Telangana region, all the wildflowers which are grown or which are available, the men will be plucking them and they will be bringing. So, like that, the most abundant of these wildflowers include Gunakapulu. So, these Gunakapulu, yeah, I know you know them. So, the botanical name of this is Celosia, and then Tangedu Pulu, it is Thanes cassia, and Banti is marigold, and Shemanti is chrysanthemum, and Nandi Vardhanam is jasmine. So, you know all these flowers, you are very much aware of this: Gunakapulu, Tangedu Pulu, Banti, Chemanti, and this Nandi Vardhanam, which is called as jasmine. So all these kinds of flowers, they are brought by the men to home. So these men, they bring home bags filled with such flowers. They will be bringing very big bags, and all those bags, they are filled with all these wild flowers which are bright in colors. And then the entire household, what do? All the members of the family, they will be sitting down to make this Bathukamma. So all the parents and the grandparents who are active, and the siblings, all these people, they will be sitting in the house, and they will be making, that is, they will be arranging all these flowers. They arrange these flowers into a conical arrangement. So you can see here in the slide, see, this is the conical arrangement. See how they have arranged all beautiful flowers. It is like a cone, like an ice cream cone. And after that, of alternating colors are arranged in a row, after a circular row on a tambalam or a brass plate. So this is the brass plate, you can see the women are holding here. So like that, they will be arranging on a brass plate, and you can see the beautiful flowers with varieties of colors, all bright colors, you can see them. And then by Sadila Bathukamma, the floral arrangements, all of them, they are ready. As evening approaches, women dress just as colorfully as the flowers. So, how the flowers are bright, they are brightly colored. In the same way, the women also, they will be wearing bright colored saris, and then as the flowers, and they place their Bathukamalu in their courtyards. So you can see here. See, in the courtyards, they will be placing all those Bathukamalu, and then what do they do? Uh, they place their Bathukamalu in their courtyard. Celebrations involving forming a circle and singing and dancing. So, in the picture, you can see all the women, they are singing and they are dancing and they are clapping their hands, and they are so happy with this Bathukamalu, and they are enjoying and place their Bathukamalu in their courtyards. So celebrations involve forming a circle and singing and dancing around the Bathukamalu. So around in the form of a circle, they will be forming a circle, and then they will be singing and dancing around those Bathukamalu. So this human circle is meant to represent unity, love, and sisterhood. So what does this circle represent? This circle, it represents the unity, and it represents the love, and it represents the sisterhood. So we all should live together as sisters, and we all should love each other. So that is the main concept of this Bathukamalu. That is, they have to live in unity, they have to live in love, and they have to live in sisterhood. These three are the main qualities that represent the human circle. And after that, before sunset, the women carry the Bathukamalu on their heads as they walk in a procession towards the nearest and the largest water body. So, like that, what do they do? All these after they play, what do? They will be carrying on their heads. Now you can see all these women, they are carrying these Bathukamalu on their heads, and they are walking like a procession towards the nearest and the largest water pond. So you can see the water pond also at the back of them. Okay, and like that, what do? They will be slowly, they will be immersing those Bathukamalu into the water. Okay, in the water pond or nearby lake or whatever it is. So, like that, when they reach the water body, they immerse the floral arrangements. Following the immersion, the women share Malida. So, after the immersion, what do? They will be sharing Malida. So, what is this Malida? This is a sweet dish which is made from sugar and cornbread. With a mixture of sugar and corn, they will be making a sweet dish like payasam. This is also a sweet dish which is mixed with corn and sugar, which is called as Malida. And all the family and the members of the neighborhood, they will be sharing this sweet and they will be eating. So this is the vibrant Telangana festival, Bathukamma, which is celebrated by the people of Telangana, and it is a happy occasion especially for the women of Telangana. Okay, so this is Bathukamma, a vibrant Telangana festival. Now we are going to see value orientation, that is, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words is on page number 58 and 59. So if you have your textbooks, you can open to page number 58 and 59. So we are going to do this value orientation, that is, actions speak louder than words. So, actions speak louder than words is a popular expression used to convey the notion that what you do is far more important than what you say. Politicians, for example, constantly make promises to citizens that if voted, they will do their best to complete certain tasks. However, these are only claims, and the true test of their character is if indeed they actually do follow through on their promises. In a work environment, this expression is particularly important. You will not be assessed by the speeches you make during meetings or by the promises you make during interviews. Executives will look at the quality and quantity of your work to determine whether you are a motivated individual that is an asset to the company. This idea is also present in nonverbal communication. Consider the difference between greeting a friend by saying hello as opposed to greeting a friend with a warm and hearty hug. So here the title or the topic line is actions speak louder than words. So how can we justify actions, or what are actions that speak louder than words? So it is very easy to speak. Many can speak. Okay, we can make long speeches, that is for the whole day we can speak, and for hours together we can speak. It is very easy. But doing actions or doing work is a little bit difficult task. Okay, so the actions are more important than words. So बातें कम, they say, बातें कम काम ज़्यादा करना. So that is what. So talk less, work more is another one which is related to this. Actions speak louder than words. It is not talking, but it is doing work. What is that you have done counts. So మాటలైతే కోటలు దాటుతాయి కానీ క్రియలైతే గడపలు దాటవు. Okay, so kriyalu are called as actions. The work which we do or the work we perform, those are called as actions. The work which we have done or performed is much greater than the words which we speak. So actions speak louder than words. It is a popular expression. Everybody knows this, and it is used to convey the notion that what you do is far more important than what you say. We make so many promises, especially the parents. They will be making promises to their children. So, this time, this year, if you work hard and if you get very good marks or good grade, or if you are the topper in the class, then I'm going to buy a bike for you or whatever you desire. So like that, parents, what do? They will be making promises to their children. So when they are attracted to those, the children, what do? They strive, they put their efforts in studies, they work hard, and they will be getting a good grade. So parents, what do? They make promises, and what at this time they have to fulfill their promise. Okay, so if they don't fulfill the promise which they have done, then what happens? The children who did hard work and achieved, they will be very much discouraged. So they will be very much disappointed, and they will not be motivated to other works which they have to do. So it is far more important to do or to keep your promise than what you say. So whatever you speak, or what are the promise that you have bound to do, you have to do it. So, politicians, for example, constantly make promises to citizens that if voted, they will do their best to complete certain tasks. Okay, so all the politicians from various parties like Congress Party or TRS Party or BJP Party, politicians, what do? They will be making constantly they will be continuously they will be making promises, where especially when they come to our door to ask for the votes, they will be making so many promises to the citizens that if you cast your vote to us, we will do our best to complete certain tasks. They will be promising, we are going to give you free houses, or we are going to help your young children to get married, or etc etc. They'll be doing number of promises. We will give you this free power 24 hours, or etc etc. So many promises they will be doing. However, these are only claims, and the true test of their character is if indeed they actually do follow through on their promises. So, whatever they have promised, whether to give a free house or free education or power throughout the day or whatever it is, so after they win, what they have to do, the promises which they have promised, they have to keep them, or they have to work on them, and they have to fulfill them. So if they don't do, then what happens? They become the cheaters. So that is why, however, these are only claims and the true test of their character. Their character is should be very, very character. If character is lost, everything is lost. So the test of their true character will come out is if indeed they actually do follow through on their promises. So whatever they have promised, they have to keep them. In a work environment, this expression is particularly important. So most of them, they are working in professional work environments, especially in a college or in a hospital or in a business or in MNC companies or in a court, working as an advocate or whatever it is. So, in the work environment, this expression is particularly important. You will not be assessed by the speeches you make during meetings. So, during meetings, what do? We will be making so many promises, and the boss or the manager, they will be making so many speeches, or by the promises you make during the interviews. During the interview, also, what do? They will be making so many promises. So, executives will look at the quality and quantity of your work to determine whether you are a motivated individual, and the employers or the executives. So, what they are looking or what they are desiring from you all, it is they are looking for the quality and they are looking for the quantity of your work. So what is the quality of your work that you are performing is much more important, and what is the quantity of work that you are doing is much more important of your work to determine whether you are a motivated individual. Are you a motivated individual or not? So, what will show that you are a motivated individual? It is only the quality and quantity of your work. So, like that, you should have a great determination, a strong will to perform quality and quantity of your work. So, once you have this quality and quantity regarding your work, then definitely you will become the asset of the company. So, this idea is also present in nonverbal communication. So, you have learned already what is nonverbal communication. So, nonverbal communication is just showing the gestures, okay, the signs, okay. So without speaking only, you'll be doing so much work, which is the best example of nonverbal communication. Okay, so this tells us that it is not always going on speaking and speaking and speaking, but it is the work that you are doing. It is the work, the performance of quality and quantity which is involved in your work. So, this idea is also present in nonverbal communication. So, consider the difference between greeting a friend by saying hello as opposed to greeting your friend with a warm and hearty hug. For example, he gave you the best example here. So when you have seen your friend, so you'll be greeting. How do you greet your friend? Saying hi, hello, hi, all these things. But when you go and if you hug your friend, okay, if you give a friendly, warm, and hearty hug, how do they feel? They feel very happy. Just saying hello is different, and going and giving a hearty hug is different. Okay, so that is what should be represented with actions speak louder than words. It is not the word just saying hello, but you can greet your friend with warm and hearty hug. So this is value orientation, which speak louder, that is actions will be speaking louder than words. So this is value orientation, which is important in your examination. So, nonverbal communication is a means by which you are able to communicate without speaking. So, that is nonverbal communication. So, it is the communication without speaking that is only called as nonverbal communication. So, this is how this is possible. It is possible by facial expressions, and it is possible by eye contact, and by postures, and by gestures, and it is by touch. And sometimes silence will also speak like as nonverbal communication. So here we have seen that actions speak louder than words. Actions is related to nonverbal communication. So like that, there are so, however, these are only claims, and the true test of their character is if indeed they actually do follow through on their promises. So, this is the important line, and actions speak louder than words. So, many of us we do this, okay. So, we will be making so many promises, and we will be claiming so many things. And the actual thing is, are we standing on our promises? So, standing on our promises and fulfilling the promises is the main essence of this paragraph. It is so very important. It is so important to fulfill the promise which we have made. So, especially in your class, also. So, you will be telling to your teacher that I'm going to complete this task. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it today. And you will be telling so many reasons regarding the failure of not performing your job. Suppose if your teacher, if she gives you an assignment, or if she gives you a work project, or whatever it is, and if you don't submit them in time, or if you don't finish the task, or whatever is given to you, if you don't finish it off in time, then again you will be asking your teacher permission to give some more time to complete the task. Okay, it may be the assignment, it may be the project, or it may be the seminar, or whatever it is, or the homework, or whatever it is. So, when you are given an extra grace, then what you have to do? You have to perform. You have to perform, and you have to especially focus on the quality and the quantity of your work, and you have to submit them in time. So, if that is done, then it will be very, very easy. Okay, instead of that, if we unnecessarily waste our time just by going on enjoying ourselves and going on talking and talking, then we cannot do any work, or we cannot finish the task which is given to us. So this we have to remember, that not only in a student's life, or in the parents' life, parents, they will be making so many promises to their children, and they have to fulfill it. And politicians also, whatever the promises they have done before, that is before their winning, they'll be coming and asking votes from the people, and after they win, they have to fulfill. So then what happens? The actions will have more weight than the words. So actions speak louder than words. So the people who are performing actions, who do a great quantity of work, and not only great quantity, that quantity should be linked with quality of work, then definitely actions will be speaking louder than words, and their character will be standing as a good character, and they will be known everywhere, and they will become popular. So that is only called as value orientation, which is actions speak louder than words.